Every single morning is a fresh page in the story of your life, and the words you speak to yourself set the tone for how the day will unfold. The way you talk to yourself has more power than you can imagine. When you wake up and start your day with empowering words, your mind begins to believe in them, your heart starts to feel them, and your actions begin to reflect them. You no longer let fear, doubt, or the weight of yesterday's mistakes hold you down. Instead, you rise with confidence, hope, and strength. This is why speaking to yourself with love and purpose is one of the most powerful habits you can ever build. It's like planting seeds of positivity into your soul that grow throughout the day. So, imagine starting each morning with 5 strong lines that remind you of your worth, your purpose, and your power. These words are not just sentences, they're daily promises to yourself. Promises that shape your mindset, protect your peace, and push you toward the life you deserve. In this journey, we'll explore 5 powerful lines to speak to yourself every morning and how they can transform your energy, focus, and future. Line 1. I am enough. Every morning when the world is quiet and the day has not yet started to demand anything from you, there is a special moment waiting for you, a moment that belongs only to you. It's the moment where you get to choose how you will carry yourself through the day. This is when you look in the mirror, take a deep breath, and remind yourself of the most powerful truth you will ever know. I am enough. These 3 words may seem simple, but they are filled with strength, courage, and healing. They have the power to build your self-worth, quiet the noise of doubt, and remind you of the truth that has always lived inside you, that your value doesn't need anyone else's permission to exist. From a very young age, we are taught to measure ourselves against others. We are told we need to look a certain way, achieve certain things, earn a certain amount, or act a certain way to be considered good enough. Slowly, without even realizing it, we start carrying invisible expectations on our shoulders. We compare our lives to others, and each comparison becomes a silent whisper in our minds, telling us that we are behind, not doing enough, or not worthy enough. But the truth is, your worth was never meant to be defined by comparison. You were born worthy. You were born enough. When you wake up in the morning and say, I am enough, you're doing something incredibly brave. You're standing up against all the noise that tries to convince you otherwise. You're taking back your power from the outside world and bringing it back where it belongs. Inside you. You are telling yourself that your value doesn't depend on how many goals you've achieved, how many people like you, or how perfectly your life looks. Your value is rooted in your very existence. You don't need to do anything to earn it. Think about how often we pressure ourselves to be more. We try to look better, work harder, do everything perfectly, and never make mistakes. And when we fall short, because we're human, we beat ourselves up for not being good enough. But what if, instead of chasing perfection, you chose to stand still and say, I am enough right here, right now? That shift changes everything. It gives you permission to be human. It allows you to breathe again without feeling like you're constantly behind. Saying I am enough is not about arrogance or ignoring your growth. It's about accepting and loving yourself while still striving to become better. It's about saying, I may not have it all figured out, and that's okay. I am still worthy. It's about knowing your value isn't tied to your bank account, your body shape, your past mistakes, or the opinions of others. It's about trusting that you are exactly where you need to be in your journey and that you carry everything inside you to face what comes next. There will always be people who try to make you feel small, who doubt your potential, or who simply don't see your worth. And there will be moments when life gets heavy and you start to doubt yourself too. But when you build the habit of starting your day with the line, "I am enough," those outside opinions lose their power over you. Your confidence doesn't get built on fragile foundations anymore. It's built from the inside out, strong, unshakable, and real. I am enough also means learning to accept your flaws and imperfections as part of your beauty. For too long, many of us have believed that we need to hide our scars or fix everything about ourselves before we can love who we are. But that's not true. Your scars tell your story. Your struggles shaped your strength. Your imperfections make you beautifully human. Being enough doesn't mean being perfect. It means embracing all of yourself. The strong parts, the broken parts, the growing parts, and loving them all. It's also about letting go of guilt. Many of us carry silent guilt for not being everything for everyone, for not living up to impossible expectations, or for making mistakes. But when you say, "I am enough," you are forgiving yourself. You're letting go of the burden that tells you you have to constantly prove your worth. You're reminding yourself that being a human being is already enough. You don't need to be flawless to deserve love, respect, or happiness. Imagine how different your life would feel if every single day you treated yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and understanding you offer to the people you love. You wouldn't wake up feeling like you're constantly running a race you can't win. You would start your day with peace. You would face challenges with confidence. You would walk through the world knowing that no matter what happens, your worth doesn't change. It remains whole and complete. And here's something truly beautiful. When you believe you are enough, your entire energy shifts. You stop chasing external validation, and instead, you start creating your own inner peace. People around you can feel that. They start respecting you more because you respect yourself. Opportunities start to align with you because confidence attracts growth. But even if nothing outside changes, the way you feel inside will. And that alone is powerful enough to change your world. It's okay if at first saying "I am enough" feels uncomfortable or even unbelievable. Years of doubt and negative self-talk won't disappear overnight. But this is not about perfection. It's about practice. Every morning when you wake up, say it again. Even if your voice shakes, even if your mind argues with it, keep saying it. Over time, those words will sink deeper and deeper into your heart until they become your truth. You might be carrying dreams that feel far away, pain that still aches, or fears that make you doubt yourself. But none of those things erase your worth. They don't make you less deserving. In fact, they make you stronger. So stand in front of the mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and declare it boldly. I am enough. Say it with love. Say it with power. Say it as if you are planting the seed of self-worth in your soul. No matter what happens today, whether the day is smooth or messy, remember that your value does not depend on it. You are not defined by your failures, your successes, or anyone else's opinion. You are defined by the strength, light, and potential that already lives inside you. You are enough, not tomorrow, not someday, but right now. So as the sun rises and a new day begins, let those 3 words be your armor, your reminder, and your promise to yourself. I am enough. Carry them in your heart. Speak them out loud. Live them with confidence. Because the moment you truly believe it, your world will never be the same again. Line 2. I believe in myself. Every great journey begins with one invisible but powerful force: belief. Belief is what makes the impossible possible. It's the fuel that turns a spark into a flame, a dream into a reality, and fear into courage. Every single morning, after reminding yourself that you are enough, the next line you must speak with power and conviction is, I believe in myself. These 4 words are not just a sentence. They are a promise to trust your strength, to trust your potential, and to trust the path that lies ahead of you. Believing in yourself doesn't mean that everything will always be easy. It means you trust yourself to handle whatever comes your way. Many people go through life with incredible talent, beautiful dreams, and unlimited potential, but they never step into their greatness because they lack self-belief. They wait for someone to tell them they can do it. They wait for the perfect time or the perfect conditions. But the truth is, the world will not believe in you until you believe in yourself first. Self-belief is the foundation of every success story. It's the voice inside you that whispers, I can, even when everything around you says you can't. When you start your day by saying, I believe in myself, you are choosing to plant seeds of courage in your heart. You are reminding yourself that even if the road is uncertain, your strength is real. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you won't have doubts or fears. It means you won't let them control your decisions. It's about standing strong even when things get tough. It's about trusting your ability to grow through challenges and turn obstacles into stepping stones. Think about the times in your life when you faced something that seemed too big for you, and yet you overcame it. Maybe it was a personal struggle, a painful loss, a tough exam, a financial hardship, or a broken heart. But here you are, still standing, still breathing, still fighting. That strength didn't come from outside. It came from you. It was your inner belief, even if it was just a tiny spark that pushed you through those hard times. That same power still lives inside you, waiting to be awakened every morning when you say, I believe in myself. Self-belief is not arrogance. It's not about thinking you're better than others. It's about trusting yourself the way you trust people you love. It's about giving yourself the same faith and support you would give a dear friend. Too often, we are quick to encourage others but slow to lift ourselves up. We tell others, you can do it. But when it comes to our own dreams, we hesitate. But if you don't believe in your own potential, how can you expect the world to? The first person who must stand up for you is you. When you truly believe in yourself, something shifts inside you. Your posture becomes stronger. Your energy changes. You walk into situations with quiet confidence instead of fear. And even when you don't have all the answers, you trust that you will figure it out along the way. Belief gives you the power to keep going when others give up. It gives you the courage to take risks, to dream bigger, and to face rejection without losing your fire. Saying, I believe in myself, is also about rewriting your inner story. Many of us carry old voices in our heads, voices from people who doubted us, hurt us, or made us feel small. Those voices become like chains holding us back. But every morning when you speak those 4 words, You are breaking those chains. You are choosing to stop living under the weight of other people's opinions and start walking in the strength of your own. Believing in yourself also means being patient with your growth. Success doesn't happen overnight. Progress takes time. There will be moments when things don't go your way, when you fail, when you feel tired and ready to give up. But belief keeps you moving forward. It tells you, this is not the end of my story. I will rise again. Self-belief doesn't guarantee that the journey will be smooth, but it guarantees that you won't quit when it gets rough. You don't have to have everything figured out to believe in yourself. You don't need to have the perfect plan, the perfect resources, or the perfect background. You just need the courage to trust yourself one step at a time. That's how every great achievement begins, not with perfection, but with belief. And once you take that first step, your confidence grows. And with every step, your belief gets stronger. Imagine how different your life would feel if every morning you spoke to yourself like your own biggest supporter. Instead of saying, I can't, you say, I can learn. Instead of saying, I'm not ready, you say, I will grow into it. Instead of waiting for permission, you give yourself permission. This is what self-belief does. It turns hesitation into movement. It turns fear into action. It turns dreams into reality. Believing in yourself also protects your energy. When you trust yourself, you don't get easily shaken by other people's doubts or criticism. You stop seeking constant approval because you've already given it to yourself. You stop shrinking to fit into places that don't value your worth. You start walking your own path with strength and clarity. And the world starts to take notice. So tomorrow morning, when the sun touches your face, take a deep breath, look in the mirror, and say it like you mean it. I believe in myself. Say it even if your voice trembles. Say it even if your heart feels uncertain. Because every time you repeat those words, you're training your mind to trust your strength more and doubt less. Remember, the most powerful battles are not fought outside, but inside your own mind. If you can win the battle of self-doubt, there is nothing you can't achieve. You are capable of more than you realize. You are stronger than your fears. You are braver than your past. And you have everything it takes to build the life you dream of. So let this be your second morning mantra. Let it be the fire that keeps you going when the world feels cold. Let it be the voice that lifts you up when no one else does. Speak it, feel it, believe it. I believe in myself. Because once that belief is rooted deep in your soul, no challenge can break you, and no dream is out of reach. Line 3. I deserve good things. One of the most powerful shifts you can make in your life begins with understanding your worth and opening your heart to receive. Many people spend their whole lives working hard, giving everything they have, supporting others, and dreaming big, yet deep down, they carry an invisible wall inside, a wall built from guilt, fear, and self-doubt. This wall makes them feel like they don't truly deserve happiness, success, or love. That's why the third line you should speak to yourself every morning is, I deserve good things. These words are not selfish. They are not greedy. They are a reminder that your life is valuable, your dreams are valid, and your heart is worthy of every beautiful thing it longs for. When you say, I deserve good things, you're not just making a statement. You're giving yourself permission to stop settling for less than you deserve. Too often people accept pain, disrespect, or small dreams because they've been taught to believe that wanting more is wrong. But it's not wrong to want happiness. It's not wrong to want peace. It's not wrong to want success, love, or abundance. It is your right as a human being to desire a better life. And it starts with believing that you are worthy of it. Many of us have grown up hearing messages like, "Be grateful for what you have," or "Don't aim too high." And while gratitude is important, it should never be used as a reason to limit your dreams. Gratitude and growth can live together. You can appreciate where you are and still believe you deserve more. Saying, "I deserve good things," is not about arrogance. It's about breaking the chains of unworthiness. It's about rejecting the lies that tell you you're not good enough for love, happiness, or success. Think about this. If you constantly tell yourself that you don't deserve good things, your mind begins to believe it. And when your mind believes it, you start to unconsciously push away opportunities, love, and joy. You begin to accept less than what your heart truly wants. You stay in toxic environments. You settle for unhealthy relationships. You silence your dreams. But the moment you change that inner story and say, "I deserve good things," everything begins to shift. You start making different choices. You start protecting your peace. You start reaching for what once felt out of your league. Deserving good things does not mean you won't face challenges. It doesn't mean everything will be easy. It means that even when life gets hard, you still know your worth. It means you don't punish yourself for your mistakes or believe your past defines your future. It means that no matter what storms you've faced, your heart is still worthy of sunshine. You are not defined by your scars. You are defined by your strength to keep hoping, keep believing, and keep reaching for more. Many people feel unworthy because of their past. Maybe they've made mistakes, faced failures, or been told they'll never amount to anything. But your past does not disqualify you from good things. In fact, your pain often becomes the foundation for your greatest growth. The people who deserve good things are not the ones who lived perfect lives. They are the ones who learned, grew, and kept their hearts open even when life tried to close them. Saying, "I deserve good things" every morning is like unlocking a door inside you. It opens the path for love, for opportunity, for blessings to flow into your life. It creates a mindset that attracts good energy because you no longer block it with self-doubt. You no longer push it away with guilt or fear. You begin to receive with grace, knowing you are worthy of every good thing that comes your way. Believing you deserve good things also helps you set healthy boundaries. When you know your worth, you stop allowing others to treat you like you're less. You stop staying in situations that drain you. You stop accepting disrespect. Instead, you start demanding respect, love, and kindness, not because you're entitled, but because you know your value. You don't beg for love, you choose love. You don't chase opportunities, you create them. This belief also affects the way you talk to yourself. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," you begin to say, "I am worthy of good things." Instead of asking, "Why would this happen to me?" you say, "Why not me?" You shift from a scarcity mindset to a mindset of abundance. And when that shift happens inside, it reflects in your actions, your relationships, and your energy. It's okay if at first saying, "I deserve good things," feels strange or uncomfortable. That's because your mind might not be used to hearing it. Maybe for years, you've been told the opposite. But every time you repeat it, You're rewriting that old story. You're teaching your brain to see yourself in a new light, not as someone who has to earn worthiness, but as someone who already has it. Tomorrow morning, when you stand in front of the mirror, breathe deeply and say it slowly. I deserve good things. Say it until it sinks into your heart. Say it until you start to feel it. And when opportunities come your way, don't push them away out of fear. Accept them with open arms, knowing that you are not lucky. You are worthy. Never forget, you were not born to live a life of constant struggle and self-doubt. You were born to grow, to love, to shine, and to experience joy. You deserve laughter that lights up your soul, love that doesn't hurt, dreams that come true, and a life that feels full. So keep speaking this line every morning, because the more you believe it, the more it becomes your reality. I deserve good things. Line 4. I will not give up. Every dream, every goal, every beautiful transformation in life requires one thing that is more powerful than talent, intelligence, or luck, and that is perseverance. Life is not a straight road. It is filled with bumps, detours, storms, and unexpected turns. But those who keep moving forward, even when it's hard, are the ones who make it to their destination. That's why the 4th line you should speak to yourself every morning is, I will not give up. These 5 words are like an anchor that holds you steady when the waves of life try to pull you down. There will be days when nothing goes as planned. There will be moments when you feel tired, discouraged, or even broken. There will be times when it seems like no matter how hard you try, the results don't show up. These are the moments when most people quit. But these are also the moments that separate those who just wish from those who truly achieve. When you remind yourself, I will not give up, you are choosing to keep your fire burning even when the wind is strong. Giving up may feel easier in the short term, but it takes away the chance of seeing what could have been if you had just held on a little longer. Every great story of success is built on thousands of silent battles no one ever sees. It's built on nights of doubt, mornings of fear, and endless days of struggle. But it's also built on the quiet voice inside that says, I will not give up. You may not always control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it. And refusing to give up is not about pretending everything is okay. It's about deciding to keep going even when it isn't. It's about trusting that the hard days don't last forever and that strength grows in the middle of the storm, not outside of it. It's about believing that pain is not the end of your story. It's a part of your growth. Think about everything you've already survived. There were moments in your past when you thought you wouldn't make it. Yet here you are. That alone is proof of your strength. You have a history of not giving up, even when life tried to break you. So when the next challenge comes, remember that this is not the end. It's just another chapter. And every time you keep going, you're becoming stronger, wiser, and more resilient. I will not give up is not just a sentence. It's a decision. A decision to show up for yourself, even on the days when no one is clapping for you. A decision to believe in your future, even when the present feels heavy. A decision to fight for your dreams, even when the world doubts you. When you say these words to yourself each morning, you are making a promise to keep standing, keep moving, and keep hoping. There will be people who don't believe in your dreams. There will be voices, sometimes from outside, sometimes from inside your own mind, that say, "It's too hard," "It's too late," or "You're not enough." But those voices lose their power when you rise each morning and say, "I will not give up." You become stronger than the doubt. You become bigger than the fear. You become unstoppable. Quitting may close the door to your dreams, but persistence keeps that door open, even if just a crack. And sometimes, that tiny crack of hope is all it takes for the light to come in. The people who succeed are not always the smartest or the most talented. They are often the ones who simply refused to give up when others did. It's okay to rest. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel tired. But it's not okay to give up on yourself. Your future is waiting for the version of you who chooses to keep going. Every morning when you look in the mirror and say, "I will not give up," you're telling your fear, your pain, and your doubts that they may be loud, but they don't control your destiny. Think about a seed. When it's buried in the ground, it's surrounded by darkness. It doesn't see the sun. It doesn't feel the breeze. But it keeps pushing upward, slowly, silently, until one day it breaks through the surface and reaches the light. That's what your journey is like. You may be in a dark season right now, but if you keep pushing, you'll break through too. "I will not give up" also means being patient with your journey. You don't have to have all the answers today. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep showing up. Every small step matters. Every little effort builds strength. And with time, those steps turn into miles. Tomorrow morning, when the world is quiet, speak these words with strength and faith. "I will not give up." Feel their power in your chest. Let them remind you that no matter how hard things get, you are not done yet. You still have fight left in you. You still have dreams worth chasing. Never forget, the road may be long, but giving up will never take you to your destination. Keep standing. Keep believing. Keep going. Because the person who refuses to give up is the one who eventually wins. Say it again and again until it becomes part of who you are. I will not give up. Line 5. Today is a new beginning. Every sunrise is a gentle reminder that no matter what happened yesterday, life is giving you another chance, a new page, a fresh start, a clean slate. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you've made, how many times you've fallen, or how lost you've felt. Each morning is a gift, and what you choose to write on this new page is entirely up to you. That's why the 5th line you should speak to yourself every morning is, "Today is a new beginning." These words carry hope, power, and the strength to let go of the past so you can walk into your future with light in your heart. Too many people wake up every day carrying the heavy weight of yesterday on their shoulders. They replay their regrets, failures, and pain like a broken record. But when you live in the past, you rob yourself of the present. You limit what's possible today by holding on to what went wrong before. Saying, "Today is a new beginning," is like setting yourself free from those chains. It's a way of telling your heart, "I can start over. I can build again. I can choose differently." A new beginning doesn't mean forgetting everything that happened. It means choosing not to let your past control your future. It's understanding that what happened yesterday was a chapter, not your entire story. Every day you open your eyes, you have the power to rewrite your narrative. You can choose to be braver than you were yesterday. You can choose to smile again, hope again, love again, and trust again. That's the beauty of a new beginning. It gives you permission to grow. Think about nature. The sun rises after the darkest night. Flowers bloom again after winter. Rivers flow no matter how many stones block their way. Life itself is built on new beginnings. So why should your life be any different? No failure is final. No pain lasts forever. No chapter defines the whole book. When you speak the words, "Today is a new beginning," you're reminding yourself that you still have time, that your story isn't over, and that your power to change your life begins today, not someday in the distant future. Many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect time to start again. They wait for the right opportunity, the right person, the right situation. But the truth is, the perfect time doesn't exist. What exists is today. This moment right now is your chance. It doesn't matter how small the step is, what matters is that you take it. Every big change in life starts with one small decision, the decision to begin again. Saying today is a new beginning also teaches you to forgive, not just others, but yourself. Self-forgiveness is one of the most powerful acts of healing. You are human. You've made mistakes. You've fallen. But those mistakes don't define who you are. They teach you who you can become. When you forgive yourself, you create space for growth. You stop punishing yourself for what you cannot change, and you start building the life you deserve. This mindset also gives you freedom from fear. Many people don't start again because they're afraid of failing again. But remember, every sunrise is proof that life moves forward. The past doesn't have to be your prison. It can be your teacher. You can take its lessons and use them to build something better. A new beginning doesn't erase your past. It transforms it into strength. When you tell yourself, "Today is a new beginning," your heart starts to feel lighter. Your mind becomes more open. You start to notice possibilities instead of problems. You stop seeing closed doors and start seeing new paths. This shift in perspective can completely change the energy of your day. It's like opening a window and letting fresh air into a room that's been locked up for too long. It's important to remember that a new beginning doesn't require a perfect plan. It requires faith. You don't have to know everything that's going to happen. You just have to believe that taking the first step is worth it. And sometimes that first step is as simple as saying, "Today, I choose me. I choose to grow. I choose to move forward." Even the strongest people have days when they feel stuck. But they rise again because they remind themselves that every day is another chance. Your dreams are not too far. Your life is not too late. Your best days can still be ahead of you if you choose to believe in new beginnings. Tomorrow morning, when you look at yourself in the mirror, say it slowly and with meaning. Today is a new beginning. Feel the weight of yesterday slowly melt away. Feel the light of hope filling your chest. No matter what you've been through, no matter how long you've carried your pain, you have the power to start over. And the best part is, you don't have to wait for anyone else to give you permission. This is your life, your story, and your fresh start. You can choose to rise. You can choose to heal. You can choose to rewrite everything. A new beginning doesn't erase the past. It proves that you are stronger than it. So take a deep breath. Step into this day with courage. Leave behind what no longer serves you and open your heart to what's waiting for you. Say it one more time with strength, hope, and faith. Today is a new beginning. Because it truly is. And this time, the pen is in your hands. final words. And here's the truth. The way you speak to yourself determines the way you live your life. When you wake up and declare powerful words with faith and consistency, your soul begins to align with your dreams. It's not about waiting for motivation to come from outside. It's about creating it inside you every single morning. These 5 simple but strong lines can give you courage, peace, and direction. They remind you of your value, your strength, and your purpose. So, start each day by looking in the mirror, smiling, and speaking to yourself like someone you love deeply, because you truly are worthy of greatness. This is Mind-Blowing Motive, where your dreams are not just heard, but fueled with power. If this message touched your heart, don't forget to follow, like, and share it with someone who needs hope today. Together, we rise.